So today I want to show you guys what we did for one of my clients, Will, and how we were able to launch a brand new ad campaign. And off only about 25 pounds worth of ad spend, we were able to get him 5K pounds cash collected. That converts to like 6.7 USD. And also go ahead and put up the messages too when we were actually celebrating it. It was awesome. A lot of work got put into the actual funnel side of things and actually being able to generate revenue like that. And then also, since the time of recording this, he secured another client as well. And then he's also got a sales call booked for later today. So hopefully that goes well for him. But what I want to show you guys is how I actually constructed his funnel to make all this possible, because we didn't just throw a campaign up and then drop a website link and call it a day, but we actually have a funnel set up to do data collection at multiple sequences. We also set up filtration systems, so only leads that are actually viable for this offer are going to get pushed through to actually book a call. He runs a network community, so it's a paid community of entrepreneurs, so you have to pay to get in. So both the ad campaign and the funnel itself are definitely very niche things. You don't often see people pushing network offers like this, so the team definitely had to get creative on how to figure this out and how to actually go about making it attractive and packaging a good funnel for cold traffic. So I'm going to show you guys the funnel today and kind of explain everything that we did and my thought process and how we were able to actually make this possible. Okay, so we built this one out within perspective funnels. So we just started out with our copy. I'm not going to read through everything, but the main thing here is that we said at least 10K a month for entrepreneurs, and this is so we have people that are actually genuine entrepreneurs, actually going out and killing it. We don't need any people in the community that's just half-assing it, for lack of a better word. And then we're also kind of just filtering out a vegan, slacker, energy drainer. The vegan thing is kind of a joke when we set that up, but it was also the type of guys that are usually in the community. They can take a joke, right? So if this offends you, all right, off the bat, this is probably not for you. That was kind of the idea there, but we're split testing this. And then scrolling down on the opt-in page, we also just have some testimonials, of course, showing members that are in the community and showing how they're killing it and how joining Willionaire, that's the name of the community, help take them to the next level. If and when you do want to click forward, then you click request access view. We're just on the funnel builder itself though, so I'll show you what will happen. It'll give a pop-up for first name, email, phone number, and Instagram handle. Instagram handle is so we can go after them. A lot of the people that are in the community have Instagram presences as well. I'm actually in the community as well, so that was actually how I even got the opportunity to build this out for him, because he's been doing purely organic up to this point, and I was like, dude, you would kill it with ads. So the team put our heads together and actually got everything set up. So unlike how most of my clients work, I use AI automation, as you guys know, but he's already got a setter that he has a good relationship with. So I'm coming in and mainly building out the sales fulfillment side of things and not having anything to do with the actual appointment booking. So I came in really just to help build a funnel, push ad traffic, and then do everything I would normally do, except instead of having an AI setter do it, I'm sending automations on GoHighLevel to text the human setter and kind of be like, hey, go do that, hey, go do that, hey, go do that, based on like whatever event is taking place. For instance, if there's a new lead in the pipeline, go reach out to them. If the lead had just replied, go hit them back. If the lead has been sitting as replied for more than a day and it's time for a follow-up, I'll move them into a follow-up section and then instantly message the setter, be like, hey, go follow back. So essentially, for every trigger that I would previously just use and send an AI message, we're just using an appointment setter. And so that's why it's important to have Instagram handle there. And then of course, once we get their data, immediately we're showing them the VSL. And then of course, there's a lot of drop off after a VSL. Typically, you can't expect everyone to immediately book in a call. However, now that we have their name, email, phone number, and Instagram handle, this allows us to still appointment set leads that just needed an extra nudge to actually make it to that final stage. And so what you're seeing here, it's very simple copy. A trick I actually learned from one of my marketing buddies, Maher, when we were building out this funnel. He recommended, and this is something I want to let you guys in on, so specifically for mobile, as soon as you open it up on your phone, like I'll show you what I mean, you have to make sure that the action button that's actually going to be taking place is visible immediately when you land on. And if not, this can actually hurt your drop-off rate by a small percentile, but it's one of those things like if you can have every optimization point at your disposal to actually bring your funnel to the next level, obviously you're going to use it, right? So I just signed in on his YouTube now, and you'll notice, like I was saying, immediately we have the request access button. When I'd first had this set up, it was below. And then when my buddy Maher pointed that out to me, he's also a fellow marketer, he was like, you should make it a little higher, dude, it'll help. And I did some research on it and he was like, shit, he's right. Anyways, so that's that. So once they move over to the VSL, just kind of going back to this, of course, there's testimonials and everything. The idea is going to be for them to click apply to Willionaire now. And we're positioning this like, you have to apply to join. Not everyone gets let in. And that is the case. Like you have to meet the criteria. You have to be making the numbers to do so. And then immediately after after they click apply now, we're going to be pushing through a few qualification questions. And I forgot to mention, but on this category thing, so we're using prospective funnels, but I have an inbound webhook API set up that's pulling all this information directly into GoHighLevel to save that contact. In the contact saved in there is where we're doing all our appointment setter work as far as managing the pipeline. And then I'm sending internal text messages to the appointment setter for them to actually go out and do their job. Then we obviously have all our scheduling events too. So sending reminders to leads, sending reminders to Will, so he knows that he actually did get an appointment booked, the whole 9 yards. So now within the qualification questions, of course, we got our financial question. We don't want people below 10K to book in. And then, asking a few questions kind of just to gauge why they really do want to join the community. And then upon clicking I agree and continue to calendar, what that will do, it will immediately trigger both of these to get sent back to GoHighLevel. So we now have the information appended with the lead that just booked in, but also we have a meta pixel set up, and the pixel denotes anyone that inputs 10K plus, so any of these three bottom options as a lead. So our meta pixel is now picking up on that, like, okay, well, these people are making enough money. They're at least a lead. They haven't booked in yet. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I typically like to set up website schedule campaigns. And so those will get tripped up, not when they make it to the thank you page in this instance, but specifically when they book in the call, just to make sure, we guaranteed they've booked in, right? So how we have this set up is that they can only make it to the thank you page if they click I agree, and then it'll open up an embedded Calendly calendar. And after they submit that, so assuming that they did under 10K, we're moving them to this funnel, and that's so our pixel is differentiated as well. And then if they make it to the over 10K thank you page, it's literally the same thank you page. The difference is just the backend embedding. And then we're telling Meta, like, hey, this is a great lead, and they scheduled in. And we're still taking sales calls for Will with these lower tier clients because he also has like kind of an entry level network called Willionaire Ascend, which is like a lower ticket price to join. And then for anyone that's in Willionaire Elite that's making over 10K a month. And I will also say, just to throw Will a bone, if you are interested in joining Willionaire, it's a network of 6-7 figure entrepreneurs. I'll leave the link to Will's Instagram down below if you are interested. Just reach out to him, have a chat. Maybe you have what it takes to join. But anyways, this isn't a commercial for Will. I really just wanted to show you guys how we're able to get this thing converting. So like I said, all this data gets pulled into GoHighLevel. And this is a look like I was explaining into the Metapixel side of things. So we have a conversions API set up. And so like I said, if they pick 10K, 25K, 50K, they're denoted as a lead. And if they make it to the page view page, they're denoted as a schedule. So this is kind of interesting. In the sense that because of this, we're not able to track every single schedule we get, assuming that they make it on the under 10K page. It won't trip up the pixel just yet. And that's really because like we already know, because we're doing GoHighLevel tracking too, how many bookings we're actually getting. But I only want Meta to know about the valued bookings, meaning the over 10K bookings. So that's why we're doing that. But we still have full congruency because we're tracking everything in GoHighLevel, and I have his dashboard set up, so we're able to track conversion rate and everything. So it's a closed loop system nonetheless. Just kind of a bit of a unorthodox way to do things is a good way to put it. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys recent success with this funnel. We started off only doing a budget of 20 pounds a day, but we're looking to ramp this thing up and scale it to the moon now that we've got the systems in place and we have proof of concept. And most importantly, he secured, like I just said, off of 25 pounds, 5,000 pounds worth of buying power. And since then, he's closed a few more clients. So we have plenty of buying power to use now to continue to scale this offer. And that's really the name of the game with ads, especially when you get your first client through the door. It immediately allows you to ramp things up and play a little more aggressively to see how much more money you can make from the offer. I know a lot of people get reluctant with ads because they hate to see their money go. And, you have to have a lot of trust, one, in your offer. I mean, of course, if it's a shitty offer, then don't run ads. But assuming you have a validated offer, like how we validated this and immediately got him interest, got him booked calls, and got him cash collected sales, that's enough validation to immediately want to increase ad budget. So we're looking into increasing it to 40 pounds, so literally doubling ad spend, and then going from there. If we continue to secure more deals, we're going to see how high we can take it. And with that also, I will say, just to leave this on a final note, within Ads Manager, make sure on the daily you're watching through your analytics, seeing your opt-in rates, seeing your link clicks, really just seeing how everything's performing, your CPM, your CPC, CTR, right? And if your analytics do start to get worse and you're noticing a direct correlation with the fact that you increased ad budget, sometimes, the solution to your problem isn't always increasing ad spend, in the sense that, sometimes Meta may not have enough people or enough understanding of full optimization of who to show this out to. So they just start kind of experimenting a little more with the buying power. So it's a give and a take, but it really depends your high ticket offer. Like this YouTube channel and everything I talk about, and in fact, all my service delivery discovery for my clients is directly related to high ticket sales and selling high ticket offers online, right? So assuming you do have a high ticket offer, something above $2,000 a month, it's great to use ads as a means to get there. And you can imagine the multipliers you can make. Like, that's why I love ads, and that's why I love high ticket offers also, just in general. The multipliers you can get, it's awesome, and that's just internet money for you. Anyways, enough yapping. Just wanted to show you guys this awesome success, and I'll see y'all in the next video.